Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again for another How to Transform video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Jetfire. As you guys can see here, Jetfire's vehicle mode is that of a beautiful SR-71 Blackbird. Now, the biggest reason why I'm so excited to do this is because the SR-71 is one of my all-time favorite jets. If memory serves, I believe it holds the fixed-wing altitude record of 85,000 feet, which is basically outer space. Now, the SR-71 was primarily used for aerial reconnaissance, and thanks to the metal plates that were on it, it was basically invisible to high-altitude radar. But anyway, that's enough about the SR-71. Let's focus on Jetfire. So, like I said, Jetfire's vehicle mode is the SR-71. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to go over a couple of details that Jetfire has while he's in his vehicle mode. Then we will get on to transformation. So the first thing I'm going to actually do is I'm going to actually show you a size comparison to Jetfire to the Deluxe Class Sideswipe. Look at the size difference. He is just huge. I think it would take maybe 1, 2, maybe 3.5 Sideswipes to equal the length of Jetfire. I just absolutely love the amount of detail they put in here. Let me go ahead and bring him in for a close-up. As you guys can see here, I can't get really close with him because he goes right out of camera frame. But if you look right here, he has the pilot's name stamped on the side of him, Lieutenant Colonel Brawley. Frankly, I can't read that print that's right there next to the window. He's got, this would be the cockpit right here. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a window or not. I know that this port right here would be used for mid-air refueling. He's got JTFR, which obviously is supposed to say Jetfire on him. If you look right here, you will notice that he has this skunk emblem. This is actually the emblem for Lockheed Skunk Works. Lockheed Skunk Works was actually the developer of the SR-71. And also right here on his wings, you will see that he's got this unique Decepticon tattoo with 17972. And then if you look on his wing right here and right here, you will see that he has a Decepticon symbol that appears to have been either hit by debris or purposely scratched off. Because if you guys remember in the movie, Jetfire stated that he chose to leave the Decepticons and join the Autobots, because it was a personal choice, and he was sick and tired of living in a world filled with hate. And I'm paraphrasing Jetfire on that one. If you look right here on the front of Jetfire, you'll notice that he's got this huge Gatling gun right here, and it has a single missile that'll launch out of it. And if you look right here, it still looks like it has a Gatling gun mounted on him. Obviously, the SR-71 in real life would not have that, but it's still kind of an exaggerated feature, which makes it even cooler. And if we turn them around here, you can get a good look at the massive afterburner engines. Now, I don't remember exactly how an afterburner works. I think it recycles excess fuel that's in the air, which gives the plane a little more oomph. But anyway, I'm sorry. I gotta say, I'm just so excited about doing this because I've been waiting to do this ever since I started doing my YouTube series. Because this one is one of my all-time favorite Transformers. You'll notice that right here on the back, he does actually have a button, and if you push it, you get a pretty neat flyby sound. I guess it's just supposed to be him rushing by. It's an interesting thing. If you turn him over right here, you'll see that he's got 3 sets of landing gears. He's got one set here, and one set here. Now this set will actually go up and down just like that, and then these will fold in or out just like that. All right, so now we're going to get on to the fun part. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here and we're going to pop off the Gatling gun. We're going to set that off to the side because we're going to be using that later. The next thing we're going to do is if you look right here, you'll actually see Jetfire's hands. What we're going to do is we're going to open his fingers, and then we're going to pull down on the wheel for his landing gear, and we're going to remove the landing gear because what we're going to do is we're going to straighten it because that is Jetfire's cane right there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to flip him up just like this, and we're going to flip the wheels out of the way just like that, and we're going to grab right here. We're going to go ahead and grab right here, and we're going to pull this off just like this. Now, you'll see that there is a port right there that was actually linked onto this pin right here. This is actually going to become one of Jetfire's legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to come and bring this all the way down, just like that, and then turn it to form Jetfire's knee. And I do apologize because I actually flipped the wheel the wrong way. You want them actually facing off the back of his knee, facing the back of his knee. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here and we're going to flip this forward and flip that back just like that, because that will form Jetfire's foot. And as you can see, we've already got one of his legs ready to go. Next thing we'll do is we're going to come right here and pop this piece out, bring this all the way down to match the other leg. And we'll turn it and flip the wheel back, flip the toe up, and flip the heel back, just like that. Now he does have a little bit of an ankle joint right here, I guess is what you could call it. Jetfire, his standing pose is interesting. I think that's why they gave him such heavy-duty ratchet joints. But anyway, so there we have Jetfire's legs already done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here, and there is actually a hooked piece right here. So if you push up on this solid plate right here and pull out as you do, it should allow that hook to swing free of that compartment right there. And we're going to bring the wing or the engine all the way out to the side just like that to get it out of our way. We're going to come over here. We're going to do the same thing. These pieces right here, just kind of free float on them. These won't become important until we actually combine him with Jetfire, and we'll be doing that in a later video. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. Pop that out and bring this off to the side just like this. Now, one thing that helps, if you bring Jetfire's legs up, so that way they're just straight in front of him. Yes, I know, you have jet sounds. You can kind of use his legs as kind of a support in order to get him to stand while you're trying to transform him. If you guys can give me 1 second, I'm actually going to move the camera up so we can get a better angle. I will be right back. All right, and we're back. As you guys can see here, I moved the camera up a little bit, about as far up as I can actually get it. So I'll do my best to stay in frame as we go. All right, so far we've got Jetfire's legs done. We've got the afterburners moved off to the side. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn them around. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab right here, and you're going to want to pull that connection apart right there, and then go ahead. Now, this is entirely optional. You can pop this off, this whole plate right here. Ordinarily, you'd pop this off when you turn him into his, combine him with Optimus, because this part right here will actually form the fusion cannon that Optimus actually used to destroy the Star Harvester in the movie. For right now, we'll just leave it on there. I will show you a little thing that I actually came up with this piece as we progress. So we're just going to separate that right there, which will give us the ability to now work with this hinge right here. And then the next thing we'll do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to split Jetfire's arms. But first thing we need to do is we need to take the whole nose of the plane, and we need to free it off of these two pins right here and bend it all the way and disconnect it from right there, because these obviously are Jetfire's arms. Yes, I know, you have sounds. All right. So the next thing we'll do is we're going to take the whole front of the plane, and we're going to pull it apart just like that. And we're going to get those off to the side just like that. And you can see Jetfire's head is kind of hiding in there. The next thing we'll do is we're going to come right here and we're going to pull these out just free of that pin right there. And we're going to go ahead and pull them apart and just kind of pop them over on their hinge off to the side just like this and just like this. And then what we'll do is we're going to grab this piece and we're going to pull it off just like that. And then that will allow these to raise up out of the way. All right, so we're moving right along. The next thing we're going to do is there's actually a connector right in here, and what we'll do is we'll bring his shoulders out first. They're on some heavy-duty ratchet joints. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and separate that just like that. And we're going to go ahead and bring this down. And this big pin right here will fit up into this big space right here. Just kind of hug up in there. And there we go. All right. The next thing we'll do is we're going to go ahead and bring the... Yes, I know. Sorry, guys. We're going to go ahead and bring the afterburners down just like that and just kind of line them up on his side just like that. And then we'll take the front of the plane and we'll pull these out and then flip them around. And you'll see that there's a pin right here. It'll link into this port right here. We'll go ahead and do this. And link that into there right there. Go ahead and give his wrist a turn. And he does have some semi-posable fingers, which I really like. All right, so there we have one of Jetfire's arms. I apologize, I'm just kind of going all over the place right now. That's just kind of how Jetfire is. All right. Go ahead and bring that angle back down. There we go. All right, so we've got that. We'll go ahead and flip this piece down. And then we'll flip out his beard or his sideburns, whatever you want to call them. We'll go ahead and come over here. We'll bring the other afterburner down and fold this up on its double hinge so it looks like that. And then just kind of house that back in there. Whoops, that did not work. There we go. There we go, just like that. We'll put these out to the front just like this. Get these back up. And then what we'll do is we'll come right here, pull this out, flip this around on the double hinge, and peg it in just like the other side, just like this. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and move his hand off to the side. I know that wasn't the most glamorous, but Jetfire is kind of an awkward shape. But there we have Jetfire. Actually, take that back. We're not quite done there, because what we need to do now is we need to come back down here and take these two pins right here and port them into these two ports right here. And as you do, I think... There we go. We got a transformation sound right there. And now Jetfire's body is locked together. All right. There we go. Now there's Jetfire. He's got, compared to the Studio series, this one is interesting. But this was still the 2009 release, which is a great design. Now, with his landing gear that we took off earlier, what we can do is we can open his hand and we can put it back in his fingers. And just give me 1 second. There we go. Put it in like that. There we go. And he can now be an old man holding his cane. And you can put it in either hand. But if you're going to have his Gatling gun back on his arm, you're going to want to actually put it in this hand right here. Oh, come on. This is not easy to do with one hand, so I apologize, guys. Go ahead and... All right. Jetfire, you just lost your cane privileges. Sorry. Oh, there we go. All right. There, I finally got a stance for him. All right, so we'll give him his cane. Let's go ahead and put that in his hand and close his fingers. Just like that. And then you'll see that he's actually got this port right, this metal port right here on his arm. And what you can do is you can actually take his Gatling gun and reattach it to his arm, just like that. So he can have the wrist-mounted rocket launcher that he tried to use inside the Air and Space Museum when he was first woken up. Now, like I said, I apologize for how bleh that transformation was. It's not the easiest figure to do because of how many parts have to move in order for other parts to get set up. But what I want to do now is I want to show you a size comparison with Jetfire to my 2009 Stratosphere. And as you can see, just look at the sheer bulk difference with Jetfire compared to Stratosphere. Obviously, the SR-71, I think lengthwise would be about the same as C-130 cargo plane. But obviously, Stratosphere would be a bit taller. But anyway, so there we have the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Jetfire. One thing I love, and this is a feature that both the ROTF Optimus and Megatron both have, there is actually a trigger right here on Jetfire's chest, and when you press down on it, He introduces himself. Honestly, I like that introduction compared to Megatron just blurting out, "I am Megatron." But of course, that's Megatron for you. But anyway, so there we have Jetfire, and I'm going to show you just a bit around him. Obviously, like I said, we'll deal with these pieces later on when we do my Optimus Jetfire video. But overall, I think his body design is very similar to his movie counterpart. And then, like I said, with that back panel that I showed you earlier, I actually want to show you something that I came up with because obviously with in the movie and with the studio series Jetfire, he has his battle axe. Well, this one doesn't have it, but I came up with a creative way on how to form his battle axe. So just give me 1 second. What we're going to do first is we're going to take his cane away from him again, and then we're going to come back here and we're going to pop this panel off, because this will actually be the blade for his battle axe. Just give me 1 second. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's discovered this little trick. But we'll go ahead and turn his hand. So obviously, like, he's holding the battle axe handle. What we'll do is we'll unfold this, and you see that he's got these the peg right here. What you can do is you can actually port that in. Actually, I did the wrong one. Hang on 1 second. I had this before. Hold on. No, actually, no, I had that right. Okay, what you need to do is you need to port that pin into this hole right here. And what that will do is kind of create a little battle axe for him. It's not the most glamorous, but it does actually go. It will actually fit in his hand. And if you wanted to, he could cut Mixmaster in half with it. Little oversized, so obviously not intentionally designed like that, but it works. I really hope I'm not the only one who actually discovered that. But hey, it's a cool, neat little bonus weapon that you could give him if you want to put him on display with his battle axe instead of having to like find a knockoff one or anything like that. But anyway, guys, so there is the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Jetfire. Now, like I've said with my Megatron video, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to go over to my community page and vote for which video you'd like me to do for number 100. I'm going to be taking a week off, so when I come back, I will tally up votes and we will do my 100th video. And I just want to say thank you. And when I come back, I will make sure to get a video out for you. And until then, bye.